Hi guys, this is me Priyanka and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to speak about my experience during this travel from Bangalore to Assam. And as I have traveled in between this pandemic situation and like everything I'll discuss today in this video. This video is going to be quite long, so try to bear with me. And yeah, if you guys are interested to know about all the procedure, then keep on watching. So now I'm in my uncle's place, so I'm in home quarantine, and this is like a place where I'm staying, so just ignore the background. Basically, I decided to come to Assam a few days back, not very like long back, just a few days. So once I like decided to come to Assam, I checked my tickets and stuff online. So after checking, like I came to know there is no direct flight. So whatever we have to take, like there is some layovers and quite a long time if we come via Kolkata, because from Assam to because from Bangalore to Assam there is only a few flights nowadays, like one or two. And where I belong from is called Karimganj, and it's a small city, like small town basically, and the nearest airport is Silchar. So basically what I did is I made a ticket till Guwahati from Bangalore to Guwahati, and from Guwahati to Silchar. So I had 1 hour, 2 hours of layover in Guwahati, which was more convenient than staying for 15 hours in Kolkata. So basically, usual tickets are whenever I normally travel is like around 6,000 to 10,000. But during pandemic, all the tickets were like around 10,000 to 15,000. And yeah, some tickets were like around 8,000, 9,000, but those were like I have to stay in Kolkata like for around a day. The layovers were for 15 hours, 20 hours, and 24 hours, like that. So it is very difficult to stay in different place, and it would be very risky also. So I decided to go with something which is more convenient and faster. It's not a connecting flight, I just did it on my own. So what I did is I did from Bangalore to Guwahati and then Guwahati to Silchar. So I was accompanying one of my friends. So in Assam there is a lot of norms which you have to follow if you want home quarantine, if you want if you don't want any institution quarantine. So for me, showed some medical stuff, because I had some prescriptions and some medical certificates, because I was going through some treatment from quite long time. So my papa just brought out all of them, and just he took a permission from DC. There was a person from my hometown who helped my papa to get all this. So yeah, he just got them done. And so in Karimganj there is no airport, so the nearest airport is Silchar, so which is around 70 kilometer from my place. So it usually takes 2 hours and 2.5 hours to travel from airport to my place. So what I decided to do is I just made the tickets, and then usually what I do is I come to Silchar airport and then I take a cab and I just directly come to my place. But this time they are not allowing any cab, they are just allowing some personal vehicles, and that too on some special permission and stuff, not directly. And otherwise what they are doing is the government is actually conducting the whole procedure, and where they are actually arranging a vehicle, which vehicle will take us from the airport to and will drop us to our place wherever we are going to stay, be it institution quarantine or it's home quarantine. They will actually pick us from Silchar airport, and they will take us to Badarpur railway station, and there they are conducting a swab test for all the passengers who are coming into Assam. It is completely taken care by Assam government itself. So yeah, they are doing all the tests for free of cost and doing everything in quite good way. But Yeah, those who are not comfortable to travel in a like a government vehicle, because a lot of people are going to be there. There is a, obviously they're doing some sanitization procedure, but I wanted to be little more safe, so I decided to come by a private car, but they are not allowing any like cab facility. So, but my papa couldn't manage to get the permission for a for a cab from Silchar airport to my place. So one of my friend was coming with me. He was accompanying me by the whole travel procedure. So he's also from my hometown itself. So his papa managed to get the permission for private vehicle from like airport to our place, though wherever we are going to stay for quarantine procedure. So yeah, so we both decided to come together from airport to our place. My father actually managed to get my home quarantine like permission, special permission from DC. So I was a little in a safer zone on that note. But my friend also wanted a home quarantine, but couldn't manage to get, because nowadays they are following all the norms and guidelines very strictly, and this is how everything happened. Now I'll just tell you how they are doing everything. So my flight was around 6:30 a.m. in the morning. So I took a cab around 3 a.m. and reached Bangalore airport around 4 a.m. Then we did the security check, so everything was like a digital only, and we had to show our boarding pass, and no contact, there was no such contact. We just dropped our bag, came to the security check. Then we did the security check. There was also sanitization procedure going on. So then it comes to the flight. So basically what happened, I selected my it was a Indigo flight, and I selected my seat. I paid for it, but once I got the boarding pass, and they just changed my seat number, because I don't know what's wrong with them. As I have already paid, I'll be expecting whatever I have chosen. So what they did is they gave two seats, like one window seat and one on the other side, and the middle seat was for someone else. So basically I chose for the window seat and the middle seat. So I asked the ground staff about this after getting the boarding pass. What they stated us is the middle seat is going to be empty as per the new guidelines by government. So this is how no one is going to be in between. So in a row, me and my friend is only going to sit. So that was I actually wanted to be very safe. I don't wanted to travel with someone unknown. So yeah, I was like, okay, fine, that is really cool. But once I boarded the flight, I saw there is someone in between sitting, and they have actually provided some PPE kit, which was extremely not of any use, because it's like just a bathrobe and of tissue, I don't exactly know the material name, but it's like paper tissue material kind of thing, which is of no use. It is completely open from the back, and it's just covered till this much and till here, and it's just not of any use. So I asked the staff, the air hostess, about this scenario. So she's like, ma'am, you just have to go and write a feedback to or email to us. We can't do anything at this moment because she's already wearing the PPE kit. I was like, okay, fine, that's fine. But for the safety concern, we have done all these things, and there is no such safety regulation followed by you people, because we were told there is no one going to be in between. So why there is a person? If you are following the government guidelines, the middle person should not be there, right? Whoever it is, even if I am traveling with an unknown person, the middle seat should be empty. So that was my point. So I just said okay, fine, because I can't argue at that moment, because the flight was about to take off. So I was okay, fine. I just dropped to then I came to Guwahati. After that, after coming to Guwahati, it was all normal, sorted. We did our check-in. There was very less people because like I think a lot of people are not traveling due to pandemic. So yeah, there was very less people, and the social distancing was maintained very well in Guwahati airport, and then in Silchar airport as well. And in the flight also, it was a very big Boeing aircraft, and hardly 15 to 20 people was there. So we like everyone was sitting and maintaining the social distancing and stuff. So yeah, it was quite good. And then we reached Silchar airport. After reaching to Silchar airport, we collected our baggage, and then we were told to go to the person who is actually noting down everyone's name and from where I traveled and where I'm going to, and then they will just take all of us to the government vehicle. So we just said that we are having a special permission, we are not going to use the public transportation. So what they said, there is no need of any such special permission, they're just going to give it like anyway. Just what I have to give is the DL, driving license of the driver who actually came to pick us. So we gave everything, we just came from there. The person was quite rude, I don't know why, they were not cooperating. They wanted a Xerox for the particular driving license. There was no such shop from where we could get the Xerox. So what they did is they took our original, not our, the driver's original driving license, and they told that once we reach Badarpur, we are going to give you back, you can just get a Xerox of it and you can just give it us back. We actually believed in, and we came to the place. So after that, once we came to the place, we gone through all the like procedure of swab test and stuff. We got it done. There was a person, my friend's friend I guess, so he was very helpful, he helped us and we did everything on time. And then there was Scott vehicle. Actually we came along with the Scott vehicle from the Silchar airport itself. So again, then from Badarpur railway station, after collecting the swab test, they decided to give me home quarantine and my friend institutional quarantine. And then we like my friend chose his own like hotel wherever he wanted to stay, which was actually already decided by his parents, and there was some like sanitization stuff done earlier itself. So yeah, then the Scott vehicle was coming along with us, and then we came to the location. I reached my place, he reached his place, and now everything is fine. We are just waiting for the swab test result. Let's see what happens. It usually takes 5 days to come, so waiting for it. It's just been 1 day and today is the second day of my 14 days quarantine. Let's see what happens. And they told us like if I feel anything, like if any such problem, I have to call in the helpline number and ask them to come to my place and pick me up. And they actually sealed me here and here. After coming home, I just took a shower and everything gone. So I think a few things the government also like have to keep in their mind. First thing is like this seal. See, I'm not going out, but a lot of people are not aware of all these things. If there is no seal, no one will get to know where I have came from. If there is no seal, I can go out, I can do anything. If I'm being the carrier of the virus, I can infect a lot of people. I don't know about it, right? There is a lot of people who are actually not taking care of all this, and that's how the community spread started. So the first thing is they have to put a seal which actually stays for 14 days or maybe more than this. That's fine, 1 or 2 days more than this is fine, but this seal, see, you guys can see there is nothing on my hand. See, it's just been 1 day, and actually within 2 hours only it went. When I took the shower, everything was clean. So the first thing they have to keep in mind. Second thing is this institutional quarantine. I think there is more chances of getting infected in institutional quarantine, though government is taking care very nicely. But the thing is, we never know who is going to be the carrier of the virus. Those who are staying in the quarantine in institution, they are getting their food on time by someone else who is actually from outside, which is not made inside the hotel. Someone else is making it outside and then just delivering it to the hotels. So that's how there is a chances of getting the virus through the food container, or somehow, like I really can't think of it, because whenever I think of it, I feel there is a lot of chances of getting infected by this way. If there is something like home quarantine, like where people should stay alone, and like this, when the seal is there, like they could give some home quarantine norms where the person can't go outside, or wherever he is going to stay, that instead of institutional quarantine they could give home quarantine itself, but there should be a particular room attached, a toilet and washroom, and where the person can stay for 14 days, and even they can seal the room from outside, so that the person doesn't get in contact with the other family person. Something of that sort could be done instead of the institutional quarantine. This is the second thing. Third thing, while traveling from a long distance, I think the first and foremost thing we should keep in mind that there should be social distancing. If we follow social distancing everywhere, in the airport, in the car, in the cabin, everywhere, then why not in flight? We should maintain this distance in flight itself, where 3 people should sit in a row. At least there should be a gap of 2, like in the middle seat should be empty, anyhow, in all possible ways. So that also government should take care of. Beauty is something which we take care only if we are well. First, health. According to me, if we are healthy, then it comes to beauty. Whatever can be done in our home by ourselves, we can do it off, but going to a beauty salon at this time of pandemic is not something necessary. So a lot of people has to understand about all this thing, and if like normal people are not understanding, that is a concern by government, I think. Government should be little more strict and stop services for all those unnecessary things. So now I'll explain all those norms which government has actually announced in Assam if you travel from other state. The first thing is either you have to stay in institutional quarantine or the home quarantine. So the home quarantine norms are, if it is a single girl, or they are having any medical issues related to organs, human body organs, or someone is doing their treatment and coming back, so then someone from the in a place, in a house, if the whole family is out of the house and they're coming back from a place and they're going to stay all together, then they're going to give home quarantine. If husband and wife, they are coming from some place, so both of them are going to get home quarantine, and they're going to give home quarantine for pregnant women. They're going to give home quarantine for those who are more than 75 years old. They're going to give home quarantine for Divyang, and even they're going to give home quarantine for small children also. So these are the norms has to be followed. Next thing, okay, if you need home quarantine, what you can do is this. Actually, a lot of people doesn't know about this, so that's what I got to know from my friend. It's like, if you want home quarantine, you can get your COVID-19 test done from the city you are coming, and you have to collect the report within 72 hours, and you have to reach to Badarpur railway station within 72 hours, and you have to show this report to the magistrate there, and you have to get a special permission from him, and then only you can allow your home quarantine. So yeah, these are the things, but there is no chances. There is actually there is lot of problem going on, because usually it takes 24 hours to 48 hours to get the report. So after getting the report, if 48 hours is already gone and you are getting the report, and then you have to travel from a long destination, and then you have to come and show the report, it doesn't really work that way. So it's very difficult, because if you go a little wrong anywhere, you won't be able to get the home quarantine. So yeah, I think government should change this rule. Otherwise everything is quite sorted, and now here community spread also started. So let's see what happens, hope for the best. And yeah, that's what my experience and how everything works if you travel from Bangalore to Assam. So I hope you guys got all the information whatever I tried to convey, and if there is any confusion, you guys can comment down below. I'll try to explain it to you guys personally, and that's all about it. If you guys feel this is an informative video, then please like, share and subscribe. And yeah, that's all about it. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.